At the BAFTAs, which is the British version of the Academy Awards, an individual in the audience yelled out very loudly a highly racist and inappropriate.
The N-word.
Yes. Later to find out that the individual genuinely suffers from or has Tourette's syndrome. And just, I'm interested in your thoughts on that. As a DEI practitioner, you work with folks with neurodivergence, and as a proud Black woman who has absolutely no tolerance for dehumanizing and racist language, what were some of your thoughts or reflections?
When I saw what happened to Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, my heart dropped, just on a human level, because that's every Black person's worst nightmare. That you have to, one of them, that you have to experience dehumanizing, derogatory language that has carried so much weight in our community of hurt and killing. Even before, I remember my dad told me as a little kid, like, that's the word that a lot of people heard before they were home. Let's not say that, even in jest and joking. And so when I saw it, I was sad. I felt actually sad because I could see the look on their face of stunned, but still having to be professional. And a lot of times I know that Black folks, from the work that we do, that I've done in my past, and even in my former lives in Silicon Valley, we are always faced with having to be professional, even at the expense of our own dignity, of our own humanity, our own hurt. And so that's what I thought. And then I think what I was even more troubled by was the response by BAFTA, how they were saying immediately after the host or the announcer came out and said, "Oh, if you were offended." Well, that's not a "if you were offended" one. Again, minimizing people's pain, that the association and the traumatic association with that word was totally inappropriate. This is not a "if," it's, I know that's offensive, and I'm sorry to Michael and Delroy, would have been appropriate. And they finally tried to get it right, but it was just too late, and it shouldn't have been that hard to center the people that actually were harmed. I think inclusion, and I'm very sensitive to folks with neurodivergence that may have Tourette's and a specific kind that cause those tics and outbursts that can be offensive or hurtful. But I also think everyone has a responsibility to know what environment they're going to be in and to then manage that appropriately.